Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. It has literally been so long, since I last uploaded anything here on this channel, and I apologize for that, but you know what? 2020, we got some new goals again for YouTube, and let's just make it happen this year, okay, Gabby? Let's get it together. It is a new year, a new decade. We can do it. But look, you guys aren't here to know why it's been so long since I uploaded it. You guys are here because Buffbunny Collection is doing another launch this Saturday, January 25 at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you guys want to know the details, how it fits, what I like, what I don't like, my recommendations on sizing, all of those good details. So we are going to address that all right now. So grab your popcorn, grab your meals, grab your water, whatever it might be, because it's going to be a long one because it is a huge launch. In case this is your first time here on my channel, my name is Gabrielle Tongle, but you can call me Gabs, and I love doing clothing reviews just because I feel like there's not enough women who are the same size as me and build as me, so I just can't personally relate to a lot of them, and so I basically want to be that person for you guys if you guys feel the same way. So I'm sure you guys have already seen, but the theme for this launch is Girls Night In, so everything is about comfiness, looking cute while being comfy. We've got restocks, we've got new colors, we've got minor adjustment to some old pieces, and we also have a bunch of new pieces as well. So we have so much to go through. If this is your guys' first time watching any of my reviews, I am always available to answer any of your guys' questions during the week of the launch. So make sure to leave a comment either down below in this video or send me a DM on Instagram. That is honestly the fastest way to get a response from me. If you guys need any clarification on anything that I might have said in my video, or if you guys are confused about anything, or if there's something that I didn't answer, just leave it somewhere, whether it's here or Instagram, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Don't be afraid to reach out, okay? So some exciting news for my Canadians is that they have now opened a Canadian distribution center. And what this means is that there is no longer going to be those super high custom fees on your orders. Everything's going to be priced Canadian now, so when you guys go to order, you guys are going to have those high fees on your credit cards as well because of the conversion. So this is really, really good news for you Canadians, and in addition, that means faster shipping as well, since it's actually going to be shipped out of Canada. Canada is actually their second largest customer base, so this is why they wanted to do that right away for you Canadians. So I'm super, super happy that this is happening. I'm really excited to see what the prices are going to be in comparison from Canadian to the US side. I'm sure they will be as at par as possible. Side note in regards to pricing, I don't know the prices of any of the pieces coming out. Buffbunny Collection does a really job at wanting to price their items reasonably, but at the same time they are premium pieces, so they do their best to make it affordable, but also keep in mind what kind of piece it is, how unique it is, and things like that. So just keep that in mind when you guys are seeing the prices come launch day. Like I said, pricing normally doesn't change on most of the pieces. Like the bras are usually all kind of in the same scheme, unless it's a very unique material. Again, like I said, for example, like the teddy coats, the Game Changer bags, they are unique pieces, therefore they are a more premium price. So like I said, just keep that in mind when you guys are seeing the prices come Saturday. Another thing is, if this is your first time shopping with Buffbunny Collection, this is a launched based company, which means that they have launches regularly, and a lot of the pieces do tend to sell out really quickly, so you guys need to be on that website literally a few minutes before that clock strikes 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then you just click refresh, and you need to know exactly what you want right away. So that's just something to keep in mind if this is your first time shopping with Buffbunny Collection. I will go through some more tips at the end of the video to make sure that you guys snag the things that you guys want to in this launch. Also, by the time you guys are seeing this video, I am hosting a giveaway on my Instagram, so make sure to head over there so you guys can see the details. 2 of you guys will be winning a $50 gift card. Make sure you guys head over there and enter for your chance to win, so you guys can use it on Saturday when you guys shop for whatever your heart desires. So the first things that I want to go through is the color palette for this launch. I'm reading my notes, by the way, in case you guys are wondering why I'm looking down, but the color palette for this launch is chocolate, which is a brown, teal me more, onyx, prosecco, which is a nude, moscato, which is a dusty rose, pillow talk, which is a pale pink, Spirit, which is dark gray, Cabernet, which is dark red, Mineral, which is the black jacquard, and then Martini, which is teal jacquard. We have 50 Shades, which is a gray. We have Bear, which is a nude, and then we have Wine, which is kind of like a reddish purplish kind of mixture. You'll see the wine versus the Cabernet, so you can kind of see the difference in them. And then we also have cinnamon, which is a burnt orange. As always, as affiliates, we don't get every single piece in the launch, but I will be posting photos and the sizes that I would recommend or sizes that I would get in said pieces that I may not physically have. So regardless, you guys will be able to see all the pieces, but I can't personally try them all on for you in this video today. But I will also leave on the screen what size I would get had I gotten that piece in person. So the first pieces that I want to go through is the JACQUARD line. So the JACQUARD line was actually launched last year, and since then they have added some new colors. They've made some changes to the bras. They are bringing back the zip up one. I love this one because it's a very high support bra. I love the phone pocket in the back, and I love that it acts as a crop top as well because it is a little bit longer. So out of all the bras, that one is definitely my favorite. And then there's also this new deep V kind of bra with some crisscross in the back. This one isn't, again, super cute. I think it definitely would be a little bit more booby just because of its deep V. I would say this one would be more of your medium support. I wouldn't be jumping around in this or anything like that, depending on the size of your girls. But personally for me, I would not be running in that one. I would run in the zip up one, but definitely not the V cut one. Next we have the jacket. I think it's so pretty, and I love all the different blocks of material. So you have a little bit of the jacquard, you have some mesh, you have some plain material, and I think it just looks really pretty all together. It's a nice classic zip up to just throw over your bra or anything like that. Again, great for errands or warming up in the gym, and it pairs really nicely with the leggings. The only thing that I don't like about this jacket is that it is really long. Even if you were to size down, it's a really long jacket. So for someone who has a short torso like myself, it comes down pretty long. So just keep that in mind when you guys are thinking about this jacket, that if you do have a short torso, it will come down pretty long on you. If you have a long torso, then you're lucky. But I do think this jacket is really pretty, and I think it's a great, like I said, kind of layering jacket. Next up, we're gonna go to the bottoms. So the jacquard leggings, I feel like they fit the exact same, they look the exact same, they're just coming out with another color. So I would recommend just staying with your true size. I have a small in them, and I definitely wouldn't get a medium or an extra small. I feel like small is a perfect size for me. One thing that I will note is that they aren't as stretchy this way as they are this way. A lot of people have mentioned that, like there's some girls in the team who are pregnant and they say that they can't wear the jacquard ones because it just doesn't stretch enough for their belly. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that they don't have as much stretch as some of their other leggings do. But they're still super cute leggings. They have, like, the ones that I show you guys here are the ones from last year. There's absolutely no pilling, rips, or anything like that. So they've held up really, really well through all the washes and wears that I've done throughout the year. So I think they're definitely a great investment if you guys are crazy about this pattern. I don't recall hearing anything that there's some changes made to the leggings. I personally feel like they felt and looked the exact same when I saw them back in December, so I can't say that officially there was any changes on that. However, I can say that there are some changes with the shorts. So if you guys watched my video exactly a year ago, I did not like the shorts whatsoever. It totally gave you this whole sausage effect just because there was like an elastic at the bottom, and the purpose for that elastic at the bottom of the shorts was so that they wouldn't roll up or anything. Great idea, but it was just not flattering on the girls with thicker legs whatsoever. Even the girls who didn't have thicker legs, it just wasn't a flattering look. So what they did this year is they did change that, and there's still a band in there, but it's not as tight. So it's definitely a lot more flattering on the legs than it was last time. So if you guys are thinking about the shorts, now would be a good time to try them out. I still personally didn't want them just because they were a little bit shorter. I like the bit of a longer short, so I passed on those, but other than that, the shorts look pretty identical to last year as well. So that is everything when it comes to the jacquard line. So honestly, I don't think there was much of a difference from last year to this year, other than those minor improvements that they did in the shorts, as well as changing out the bra styles. So if you guys have been waiting for your chance to grab the jacquard again since it last launched last year, this is your guys' time. So two other pieces that are restocking as well are the dresses. So these dresses literally sold out so fast, I couldn't even get my hands on them when I wanted to. So there's two. So there's a long sleeve dress and a short sleeve dress. I think it's easier for me to address them that way rather than by their names, because I think every single person gets confused on what their names are, but they are on the screen for you guys so that when you guys are wanting to search them or whatever that may be, you guys can easily do that. The long sleeve one is definitely my personal favorite. I think it's such a cute design, from the little details of all the little seams in the back and everything like that. It just makes your body look so good, and it's so comfortable. Like, these dresses, you guys, are made of your favorite leggings. Like, these are legging material on a dress. What more could you ask for? So I personally like my dresses to fit super tight, so that is why I went with a small, just because with these kind of dresses, like I definitely wouldn't be just using them for errands. I would use them more to kind of like dress up. So I personally like my dresses fitting pretty tight. I definitely could have gone with a medium, but I feel like it would also be longer on me, and it's already, you know, decently long on me as it is. When it comes to the sizing on these dresses, it really just depends on your preference, and then of course the length that you need, especially if you are a taller girl. So I did my best to try to ask around to some girls who are a little bit taller than me as to what size they wanted to go with for a preferred height. So I will have that on the screen as well right now to help you guys kind of navigate what size you may be. But the long sleeve one, like I said, is just my absolute favorite, and this burnt orange color is so beautiful. I wasn't sure about this color at first, but when I tried it on, I was like, wow, I love this color so much. I will say that I do like the long sleeve one more than the short sleeve one, and that's just because I personally don't like short sleeves as much on me because of my build. In addition to that, I do find that the long sleeve ones are softer and stretchier than the short sleeve ones. I'm not sure why, because they are both made of the Energy fabric. When you look at their tags, they are both made of the same materials, like the percentage wise, so I'm really not sure why they fit differently, but for whatever reason I find that the long sleeve ones are just a little bit stretchier and softer to the touch. With the short sleeve, I could have gone up a size up just because, like I said, they weren't as stretchy as the long sleeve ones, but it definitely wasn't like the biggest difference where like I can't wear the small one, you know what I mean? So that's just something to keep in mind as well. If I were to go more truer to size and I didn't want it to be like super tight, and this goes for both dresses, then I definitely would have gone up to a medium. But again, like I said in the beginning of talking about these dresses, I do like my dresses to be pretty tight fitting, and that's just personal preference. The short sleeve does have different detailing on the back than the long sleeve does, so just keep that in mind. Again, the detailing just accentuates your curves in a different way and just really makes the body look so nice. So although I'm not crazy on the short sleeve, I do just like the way it makes my body look. Alright, so let's move on to the Vibe leggings. So these Vibe leggings came out last year in different colors. I have the Cabernet ones here, and I absolutely love the Cabernet color. I think it's so beautiful. It's this like super royal red kind of look. It's the bra that I'm wearing right now. This is Cabernet, and the leggings that you're seeing on the screen right now. So if you guys love the Vibe leggings, then I would definitely recommend getting any of the new colors because they are so cute. They're very similar to the Allure leggings. Unfortunately for me, I went with a size that was too small, and you can definitely see that in the clips of me trying on the leggings. I mean, the small still fits, but you can clearly tell that I have a little bit of camel toe, and around the waist, like, it just doesn't look the most flattering, so I wish I had sized up to a medium. The Vibe leggings are made of the VIVA fabric, and the VIVA fabric is very high performance fabric, so it's a little bit more compression than your Nubri fabric. The way I like to describe the VIVA fabric is more of your high performance and very similar to Lululemon's like New Luxe. It kind of has that silky feel. It's definitely a lot more sweat wicking than the Nubri fabric, but it's still like super soft and comfortable, and I like that they have the laser cuts and everything like that. But they definitely are a high performance legging, and they do have that higher compression. With a legging like this, if you do go with a size that's a little bit too small, that's where you can run into things like the camel toe and muffin top and things like that. I do notice that, especially in the V area, it's a little bit, you know, tight, and I think if I had gone up to a medium, I wouldn't have the issues that I did with the small. But again, that is my fault. I ordered a small when I should have definitely gone up to a medium. The thing with me is that I definitely can fit into smalls, I can fit into mediums, so that's why I do mention when I would go with a smaller medium, and this is definitely one of those cases where I would much have preferred a medium in my legging. But overall, I do love the design of the Vibe leggings. I think it's super cute and flattering with all the contouring and everything like that, and just a slight bit of like sexiness with all the holes and stuff. They're also a 7/8 length, so for me they are perfect. They come right to my ankle. For my taller ladies, they would definitely be more like a capri for you. So if you are someone who does not like full-length leggings, again, these are going to be your leggings of this launch. And you can definitely pair it really nicely with the new Viva La Vibe bra, which I will talk about a little bit later. So that is the Vibe legging. So this last one isn't really like a restock or anything, but it's definitely bringing an original staple piece and bringing it to another level, and that is the ROSA leggings with pockets. Yes, They finally made ROSA leggings with pockets. You guys have been wanting these for such a long time. They did do the ROSA shorts with pockets, but I know you guys have been waiting for the leggings to be done, and finally they are done, and they are coming out in the beautiful Teal Me More color, onyx, and as well as gray. Again, staple piece leggings for everyone to have. These are the leggings that I do go with a size small. Again, this is personal preference on how I like my leggings to fit. But if I were to go more true to size based on my measurements, I would say a medium would maybe fit a little bit better, but I personally like the way the smalls fit. They don't bother me as much as the smalls in the VIVE leggings did. Like I'll say so many times, it really depends on your preference. I do have my measurements down below in case you guys are wondering what they are, so you guys can compare to see if I am close to your size or not. I do carry a lot of my weight in my midsection, so that is kind of the only reason why I like to size up, but the problem I have with that is sometimes I don't like the way it fits on my legs. So that's why sometimes I will sacrifice it being a little bit snug on my waist so that it fits nicely on my legs. So that is just something that I deal with any brand, honestly, just because of the build of my body. Overall, the ROSA leggings do fit and feel the exact same way as the other ROSA leggings. It just has a pocket now. It's a really deep pocket as well. It will fit your big iPhone Max, iPhone Plus, so no worries there. I would say that the waistband is the exact same height. I can feel and see that they didn't really make any other different changes to what was already amazing as is. For those who may not have ever tried the ROSA leggings, they are seriously the best thing ever. If you guys want a pair of leggings that feel as similar as the Lululemon Alliance, these are the ones. Like I said, they do have the ROSA leggings, but now they brought them with pockets, so these are technically a new piece. But anyways, that newbie fabric is a custom material made by Buffbunny collection. It is so soft. It's thin, but like not too thin, like in a cheap way. And it's super breathable, super comfy. And I will say that they aren't the most sweat wicking or sweat absorbing. It does take a little bit longer for the sweat to go away on these ones, but they are definitely meant more for like lounging, errands, things like that. But I mean, no matter what leggings are meant to be for, we will all wear them for working out. So that is a quick little rundown on what the ROSA leggings kind of feel like. They're super amazing. I live in mine and I have worn them over and over and over again. So yeah, that is a quick rundown on the ROSA leggings. Next we have the Revolution bra. So I actually thought the Revolution bra was made of Nubia as well because it was so soft, but it's actually not. And I also noticed that it has a different lining inside the bra. So it has this silky kind of lining inside of the bra, which is kind of nice. I'm not sure the purpose behind that, but I'm gonna say it has something to do with maybe sweat absorbing. But anyways, this bra is so cute. The detailing on the back and the box neck is so flattering, and I love that it actually comes out a little bit wider on your armpits as well. I think a lot of girls are going to love that, especially if you're a little self-conscious about your underarms. It does come out a little bit wider than your typical bra. And the box neck just is super flattering. I'd even wear this bra as like a top going out with some nice high-waisted leggings or something, just because the girls looked pretty good in them, not gonna lie. And like I said, I think the back is so pretty. Like they mentioned in the product description, it's all about the details with this bra, and honestly all the details just added up to such a beautiful thing. So, you know, little things like in the back, like it's all bunched up with a little ring. We haven't seen that before with Buffbunny collection. We haven't seen a box cut at all as well. And I do love that they kept the waistband a little bit longer so it can act as just a top as well. So super happy with this new bra that's coming out. I would have to say that it's definitely my favorite bra that's launching this launch, just because it's definitely something different than what they have done before. And overall, I just love the way it fits, I love the way it feels, and I love the way it looks. So I would highly recommend that you guys get on this Revolution bra. Alright, so on to some new joggers that they're coming out for you guys, and these are the Wanderlust joggers. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm saying it really weird. Wanderlust? 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 I thought they were Wanderlust, but it's like Wanderlust. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. It's a new jogger, okay? So this is actually another piece that I thought was made of the newbie fabric. By the product description, it doesn't mention that it is, so I'm really surprised that it's not, because it is so soft. Like, it is literally just as soft as the ROSA leggings, so whatever this is, it's beautiful. I really like the contouring that they did on the joggers with the ribbed fabric contouring like on the quads. I think it's a really nice touch, and then they're ribbed on the bottom like at the ankles. I think it's just a different way to put a spin on your typical black joggers, or plain joggers I should say. And then I like that they have the zipper pockets, and they're pretty deep pockets as well, so you can definitely fit quite a few things in there. The one thing that I will mention, because I know a lot of people are wondering, is, you know, what's the difference between these ones and the Jasmine joggers? First of all, I do notice that the waistband is a lot tighter. I'm normally a medium in the Jasmine joggers and it's just fine, but with these ones I did notice that the waistband is a little bit more tight. I'll even put a picture up here putting my medium Jasmine joggers and these Wanderlust joggers side by side. You can tell that there's definitely a significant amount of difference in the waist. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you find that, you know, any of the current Jasmine joggers that you have are already tight as it is, then I would definitely size up in these Wanderlust joggers. But I wouldn't worry too much about sizing up and how it would affect the way it looks all around on your legs. Honestly, I can fit in the Jasmine joggers anywhere from a small to a large, and it doesn't really change too much. The only thing that really changes is that they look less like a legging jogger and they look more like of a jogger, but because of their fit, like they're meant to be a little bit more fitted in general, sizing up just so that you get a little bit more room in the waistband isn't going to change things too much. That's the only thing that I have to say about the Wanderlust joggers, is that the waistband is definitely a little bit tighter, so that's definitely something to keep in mind when you are deciding on what size to get. But overall, I do love the joggers. I love the feel of them. They're going to definitely be one of my favorite black joggers going forward that I pair with just about anything. Another thing to mention about the joggers is that I do find that they come up a little bit more high-waisted than the Jasmine joggers do, which I really appreciate. So in the same sense that I'm saying that the waistband is a little bit tighter, it does come a little higher, which would be even smaller circumference of your body. So that's just something to keep in mind. But like I said, personally for me, even though they did come a little bit higher, I found that there was still just a little too tight, and I wish I had gone maybe a size up, just so that it'd be a little bit more comfortable there, especially for someone who does carry a lot of their weight in their midsection. So in the Wanderlust line, there's also a cropped hoodie coming out, and this, you guys, okay. So I watched Kara Corey's review and I really didn't understand what she was saying with the whole stretch thing. And I was like, stretch like in a hoodie? Like, you never really pay attention to that. When I buy a hoodie, which is like, you know, like a pullover hoodie, I don't really think about it being stretchy. I just think of it being comfy and like cozy. But this new Wanderlust crop hoodie, as well as the Hero one that I'll talk about a little bit later, I noticed has such a nice amount of stretch, and it makes a difference. It truly makes these hoodies just that much more comfortable. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, is that they are not your stiff kind of hoodies or just your regular cotton hoodies. They have this unique stretch to them that I think everyone is going to appreciate. So really love that they did that with the hoodie. I think this crop hoodie is perfect to pair with any joggers that you might have, just because it sits at a perfect height, especially with my body. Like, it comes like, it looks full length on me because I wear a lot of high-waisted things, but it's honestly just the perfect height, I think, in general. So yeah, if you guys are looking for some new cropped hoodies to pair with your guys' high-waisted joggers, leggings, whatever it might be, I would highly recommend this Wanderlust crop hoodie. It's so simple, but it has little details in it that makes it so nice. Again, like I said, the actual fit of it, it's such a basic hoodie, but it's such a nice staple crop hoodie to, like I said, pair with anything. And I think the white stripe across the chest just adds a little something to your basic kind of crop. Speaking of basic crop, there is also another crop hoodie that is launching, and that is actually called the Basic Crop Hoodie. And everyone was in love with this crop hoodie when we all saw them in Houston, and it was actually kind of perfect because it got a little cold there in Houston and everyone was just wearing it around the Buffbunny headquarters because it was just such a perfect piece to pair with whatever any of us were wearing. I personally was really impressed by this cropped hoodie because of how thick it was. Like, honestly, even when you touch it, it feels like there's like a double layer to it. So that's why it's so warm and it feels so high quality, is because it's not one of those cheap thin crop hoodies. I have a lot of those that I just kind of pair over my sports bras or whatever, but this one is on a whole nother level. It is definitely more of a premium cropped hoodie. Like I said, it does feel like it's almost like double layered. That's how thick it is, and I love that it cinches at the waist, just helping your waist look extra snatched. So again, this would be another great crop hoodie to pair with any of your high-waisted stuff, or if you just want that snatched kind of look. This is actually one of the only hoodies that does not have a thumb hole, so in case that's something that you're looking for in your hoodies, this one does not have that. It also has no pockets. I do love that a lot of their hoodies have a very minimal branding as well. That's something that I want to point out before I forget. If you are a minimal branded kind of person, then you will definitely love some of these new pieces. As for the crop hoodie, the one thing that really confused me was that I had to go with a pretty large size to get the look that I wanted. So I actually have an extra large in this basic crop hoodie just because everything else was a little bit too snug for me. I don't know, just the way that the sweater is designed, I would assume that you want it to be just a little bit more of a, you know, comfy fit. But if you want it to be more fitted, then definitely go with your regular size with the sweaters. But I personally had to size up all the way to an extra large to get the look that I wanted that would work with my body. So that was really different for me because I haven't done that yet with any of their cropped hoodies before. But again, that's just kind of the look that I wanted with that one. Right now, you guys are probably seeing me in different sizes in the hoodie. You might not be able to notice much of a difference, but personally for me, I could see it myself and I could feel it myself. I could fit into a medium, but I felt it was just a little too tight, and then I would have preferred a large, but they actually didn't have any more larges. That's why I got the extra large. But I'm kind of happy that I got the extra large now that I actually have it. So I know that's a little bit confusing, especially if you're a little bit unsure as to what size to get in it. But for me, I would say that just size up. You honestly can't get a size that's too big just because of that elastic at the bottom. So I think regardless of whatever size you get, like it would fit. It would just fit differently, like around the shoulders, the arms, kind of situation. But for me personally, a large or an extra large is my more preferred size for this hoodie in specific. Normally in their hoodies, I am a medium. I'm a small in the ones that are a little bit more fitted. So example, the JACQUARD one, I was a small. But for all the other hoodies that you'll see in this video, I am a medium. So that's just something to keep in mind. Next hoodie that they have is the Hero hoodie. And this one is a very special one to Buffbunny collection just because they did partner up with a domestic violence center out in Houston, and basically what they did is they brought the survivors together and got them to write a little message, phrase, or quote that helped them get through some of their situations. And then what they did is they printed that onto the hoodie. And what's really great about this hoodie is that a percentage of the sales from this hoodie in specific will be going back to the local domestic clinic. So I am so happy to be a part of this movement. I think that's so beautiful what Buffbunny collection is doing when they shared the story with us in Houston. And you know, even just reading the description of this product here, it is so amazing and it is so empowering to read some of these messages on this hoodie. So I think when you wear this hoodie, you just feel, you know, like a hero. You feel strong, and I think that's something beautiful for all of us to be able to contribute to. So if you guys were wanting to do, you know, some sort of good or kind of some sort of pay it forward kind of thing, definitely purchasing one of these hoodies would be something like that. So I think, again, I'm not normally a hoodie person, or especially like a full-length hoodie person, but this one again has that stretch that I'm really loving in the new Buffbunny collection hoodies. So I really don't mind this hoodie whatsoever. I'll definitely be wearing it. It's very similar to the Wanderlust crop hoodie with the whole white stripe, and then it does have different detailing on the seams in the front here, which is nice. And again, it is full length versus being a crop. All right, and on to the teddy coat. I did not even know they were coming out with a teddy coat until I got my order confirmation. We did not see these when we were there in December, so this is a great surprise. And honestly, I will be living in mine for the rest of the winter because it is so cute and comfy. It is the definition of girls' night in. I think all of us girls would definitely love lounging around in this one in a face mask, popcorn, watching a movie, because it's just so comfortable. I love Sherpa things, so when I found out a teddy coat was coming, I was so excited. I think they're just such a cute piece. Like, I know a lot of people may or may not like them, but I think they're so cute. And again, they're just comfy and cozy, especially during these cold months. And what I really like about this one is I love that the hood is kind of like, the way I like to describe it is like it's an infinity hood, because there's not like a seam that cuts it off. It kind of just loops around and kind of goes like straight into it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm describing it, you guys are seeing it, you guys get what I'm saying. But I really like how that hood is. It's a really huge hood too, so you kind of can like super bury yourself into it and get really comfy. I also love the little leather loop hook thing situation if you want to close it up. I like that it's not a zipper. A lot of the ones that I have are a zipper, and honestly, it's so hard to zip those things up because of the material. So I love that they did just kind of like a hook, so it's more of like a cardigan kind of situation that you can slip on, slip off, leave it open, whatever your heart desires. And I love that there's pockets as well, and they're pretty deep pockets too. So they're really good in that sense, and I don't feel like your stuff would fall out. I know a lot of teddy things, sometimes the pockets are kind of like straight, so things fall out. But this one, I find that you would be totally okay in putting some stuff in there, and you wouldn't have to worry about it coming out when you wouldn't know. Another thing I like is that the arms come a little bit longer, like the cuffed part come a little bit longer to give you more of that slouch look. This teddy coat is definitely one of my favorite pieces, and I low-key want more colors, but I feel like I don't need it, but I do. So I'm trying to figure that out. You know, I'm having a conflict with myself as to whether or not I really need more teddy coats in my life. The one thing that I will note, in case people are wondering, this piece did leave a little bit of like leftover material on my bra when I took it off. I was wearing the Revolution bra underneath, and when I took it off, you could see a little bit of fuzzies, so you you might need a lint roller handy for you if you are kind of wearing this and going out and about, and the whole lint thing will kind of bug you, so that's something to keep in mind too with the leggings you're wearing. If you were to wear the VIVE leggings with this, I don't think that the material would transfer just because of the kind of material that the VIVE leggings are made of. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to mention when it comes to the hoodies, speaking of, you know, material transferring and stuff, I know a question that came on my Instagram was, do these hoodies like attract like pet hair? And honestly, it definitely would, so that's something to keep in mind as well. I think that's very common with a lot of cotton things that, you know, animal hair clings to it. So unfortunately, that would be the case for the hoodies. So if that's gonna really bother you, then that's just something to keep in mind. Personally, for me, I don't think that would bother me if I had a pet, just because I think that's kind of like the normal. You just gotta have a lint roller handy. Like I said, materials like the VIVA fabric don't allow animal fur to cling onto it as much, so I think you're safer in that sense. But yeah, I just wanted to address that while we were talking about the transfer of material from one fabric to another. But overall, absolutely love the teddy coats. I think everybody needs them. They're just so comfy, so cute. And I'm actually gonna put mine on for the rest of this chat, so just give me 1 second. Like, just explain to me how this isn't the cutest thing you've ever seen. Like, see what I mean by the whole like infinity hood? Like, it doesn't, I don't understand. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like there's no seam that like says here's the hood. Like, it's like hood going all the way into the coat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna stop trying to explain it because I don't think I'm making sense anymore. But anyways, carry on with the rest of this video. We're almost done, you guys, I promise. I know we are getting real long here, and I'm really trying not to rant and ramble on to keep it short, but give me a sec, okay? So we will move on to some other new pieces that are launching before we get to the Game Changer bag. I know you guys are probably staring at this Game Changer bag and want me to talk about it, but we're gonna save that for last, as well as the accessories. So anyways, the next pieces that we are going to talk about are pieces that I don't personally have on hand, so it's going to be a lot of photos from some of the other affiliates. So let's talk about the Dreamy sets. The Dreamy sets were beautiful. I loved trying them on and taking photos in them, and you guys, the bottoms make your butt look so good. So let's start with the joggers. The joggers I am wearing in this photo that you guys are seeing here, and like, hello, can we take a minute to appreciate the booty? I think it has strongly to do with the little pockets that they put. Like, I don't know what it is, but it just made everyone's butt look so good. We were all just complimenting each other when we were all shooting in them, and I personally love the way it made my butt look. The material itself is a really nice material. It's a different material from your Jasmine joggers, a little bit of a thinner material, but still thick enough where it's not like that super cheap thin material, you know what I mean? Like, there's a good thin and then there's a bad thin. These are like a good thin. They are high-waisted, really cute, total definition of girls' night in. But personally for me, the way I feel about this whole Dreamy collection is that it's cute, but I wouldn't want to really wear it out. I personally feel that these pieces are made more for like around the house kind of situation, or literally like a girls' night in where you're just hanging out at someone's house. And personally for me, like, I'm not out here trying to spend money looking cute at home, because honestly, if you guys saw the way I look at home, it's always wearing like a baggy t-shirt and some shorts unless I'm filming. So personally for me, I think it's beautiful, but I just don't think it's something that I would personally want to spend money on just to look cute at home. That's just personally how I feel. Like, you can feel different about that, but that's just why I kind of opted not to get those pieces. They do make you look bomb, okay? And they are great pieces in general. I just personally don't see myself wearing them out. I personally see myself wearing them in, and again, like I said, I just don't see myself buying nice pieces for at home. I'm just not like that. I mean, and I don't really host sleepovers, so hard pass for me. And then moving on to the shorts, I didn't actually try them on myself, I forgot to. But again, they have that little pocket on the butt. They're a little bit longer than the jacquard ones, but they're still short where they're a little bit more bootylicious, you know? Again, it's because they're meant to be worn at home or like at a girls' night in where you're not really going out and about having to worry about your butt hanging out. So that is why they are the length that they are, from what I gathered. But again, they were super flattering on everyone's butt. So if you want some cute shorts or joggers to wear around the house, if you're that kind of girl, you need these Dreamy joggers and shorts. I personally would have stuck to my normal sizes. I know some people I think are saying to size down, but I personally would just stick to my normal size just because they are meant to have that more like a slouchy kind of look. But I mean, if you wanted more of a fitted, then you know, that's when you would size down. If you want more of the slouchy look, then size up. Again, you know, when it comes to sizing, and I say this literally in every single video, it really depends on how you want things to fit on your body and what you're comfortable with and what is going to be most flattering for you. So that is why I always have to make that disclaimer that it really just depends on the individual. As far as the top goes, I really liked the idea. I liked that it had like a long like torso part and then it kind of cut, and then it had like the, I don't know how to describe those sleeves. It's kind of like parachute sleeves. Again, kind of similar to this, how it has a long cuff and then it kind of just went like baggy here. And what was really cute is that you could wear it kind of like a boat neck, or you could wear it like kind of off the shoulder to be like a little bit more sexy and cute. And that definitely is something that you could wear like out paired to some nice jeans or something like that. Like I said, I think the material of these Dreamy pieces was really nice. I like the concept of them. And again, if you're someone who likes to wear like cute things around the house, these are definitely up your alley. For the top, same thing as the bottoms, depending on the way you want them to fit would depend on the size that you get. I personally tried on a small, but I did try on a medium as well, and the difference is honestly very minuscule, and it just depends on how you're feeling, you know? Do you feel like you want something really tight, or do you feel like you want something kind of slouchy? Again, very minimal branding on these pieces as well. I do really like that they're mixing it up with the small B logo in the reflective material and the silver logo. I think it's really nice that it's like minimal and it's not like super in your face like Buffbunny collection. And the final piece of clothing that is launching is the Nova zip jacket. I didn't personally see these in Houston, so I'm just going off the pictures that I can see on Instagram and stuff. I would have to say that they probably fit very similar to the JACQUARD jacket that I have here. It looks pretty long. I don't think it's as long as the JACQUARD one, but it's not cropped by any means, but it's a full length jacket. It's another one of those nice jackets. It's kind of like the Lululemon Define jackets, where it's a nice layering piece, or you know, just a quick warm up thing. So if you're looking for a jacket like that, then the Nova jacket is definitely the one. It's, you know, it's really plain and simple, but it's a nice staple piece is what I like to say. So that is the Nova jacket. It is made of a nylon spandex blend, so like I said, I think it's just your typical workout material kind of jacket. Oh, and before I forget, the Namaste pullovers are also restocking. We all know how I feel about those Namaste sweaters. I personally was not a fan of them, but if you were trying to grab them, then this is your time to get them because they are restocking. I know a lot of girls who like them as a light layering piece, or again, one of those like around the house kind of situations. Like they're definitely a lot thinner than this teddy coat, but for me, I just feel like they weren't like a wow piece, and I feel like they almost kind of like felt and looked cheap in my opinion. Like it was definitely one of my least favorite Buffbunny pieces that I've ever seen, but I know a lot of people who do like them. So again, it just depends on your preference and what you would use that for. All right, so the Buffbunny Game Changer bag, you guys, I am telling you, I am so happy that they came out with this backpack because it was the ultimate traveling essential for me when I was traveling a lot at the end of the year last year. It was everything I needed in one bag. I was no longer that bag lady. You guys know how I feel about the Game Changer tote. I love that tote so much, but the problem with that was that it got so heavy because I would literally load it up so much, and then it would give me shoulder issues. So when they came out with the backpack, it was just another game changer, because I feel that the backpack is actually better than the tote because one, I feel like it's higher quality, but also I just love that it has the two straps, obviously. I don't think that you can fit as much in the backpack as you can in the tote, obviously, because you need to zip the backpack back up, but I do love all the little compartments that the backpack has. It still has that meal compartment for you, and the new colors are just so gorgeous. This wine color was my absolute favorite. The minute I walked into the headquarters and I saw the gold with the red, I was like, I need that one for sure. So I really love that they expanded the colors on the Game Changer backpack because it truly is a backpack that I feel anybody could benefit from, whether you are a competitor, whether you travel a lot, whether you're a student, whether you're, well, like, I don't care what you do or what you are, you need this backpack in your life because that snack compartment is best for your meals, your snacks. It could be used as like a diaper bag. It can literally be used for anything, you guys. So if you guys are wondering if the Game Changer backpack is worth the money, because it is a little bit of a pricier one, again, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, some of the pieces are a more premium piece, and the Game Changer backpack is definitely one of those things. but honestly it is so worth it. And like I said, I think the backpacks are a much nicer quality just because this material is water resistant, it just feels more premium, it's easier to clean, and you definitely won't see as much wear and tear, I feel like, as you could with the vegan leather. So the nice thing about the backpack is that you do have to kind of control how much you put in there. You obviously can fit more if you don't put any meals on the bottom there. Honestly, if you really wanted to, you could even put your shoes in there and then obviously clean it out if, you know, whenever you do want to use for food or whatever. But I just love the Game Changer backpack, and hands down it is so worth the money. Like I said, I understand how expensive it is, but it is well worth it if you find that you're one of those people who has to carry on literally so many different bags. I do really want to do a dedicated video on the Game Changer backpack, Game Changer tote, and kind of compare the two for you guys and just kind of go into things in depth if that's something that you guys want. I've been meaning to do it, but I just haven't. If that's still something you guys want to see, let me know and I'd be happy to do so, just because I'm sure this is not the end of the Game Changer line that we are going to see, because it literally has changed the game for so many. One thing that I will note is that the backpack does fit a MacBook Pro, the biggest size. That is what I have. It does fit it, but without a case. I know someone who does have a case on theirs, and they said that it does not fit in the laptop compartment with it. So that's just something to keep in mind, is that it does fit, but it just can't have the case on it. Especially if you load up the backpack with a lot of stuff, like the actual backpack compartment, it is a little bit harder to get the laptop in there. So I recommend that you put your laptop in there first and then load up your backpack. This backpack was seriously so nice when I was traveling with all my meals, just all my essentials that I needed, like my passport and my headphones and everything like that. My water bottle, I loved that it has the one compartment with the zipper for your things that need to be really, really safe. It literally went everywhere with me. So, and the other thing is that anyone who does purchase a Game Changer backpack, you do get it in this beautiful box that's behind me on display, and inside it does say change the game. So I think that's a really nice thing, as well as that with a premium piece you do get a premium delivery box. Like, I mean, it's so cute, right? That is everything that I have to say about the Game Changer backpack. There's literally nothing more to say other than it just changed the game, you guys. You guys just have to trust me when I say this. Finally, some of the accessories that are relaunching / launching is their socks. Their no-show socks are so amazing. I never appreciated a good no-show sock, or a sock in general, until I started getting into more of the no-show socks for my shoes. The Buffbunny collection ones are really nice. They do have that non-slip inside, and then I like the cut of it, and I love that they are essentially seamless. So the problem that I find with a lot of no-show socks is that with your shoes, it'll actually press onto the seam, and that hurts like a bitch at the top of your foot. So I like that the Buffbunny collection ones are seamless and that they do not slip off my heel. They are pretty thin, so if you are wearing a shoe where you need a little bit of a thicker sock, that's just something to keep in mind. I've honestly doubled up my Buffbunny collection socks before to help with that situation. And then they actually made some headbands that are made of the ROSA legging material, which is that Newbury fabric. So I personally don't wear headbands. I wear them when I'm washing my face. But if you're someone who loves headbands, then you guys will love this one, because it is that super soft material. There is no grip things inside or anything like that. It's literally just the headband on its own. So if you guys want a really soft headband, then this would be the one for you. It is coming out in just 2 colors, and it's just one size. Oh my god, I didn't even talk about this bra. Back it up. I didn't even talk about this bra because I'll be wearing it. Alright, so let's talk about the Vita La Vibe bra. This one is actually made of the Vita material as well. So that super high performance material that is sweat wicking, that is, you know, comfortable and stretchy, but is meant for that high performance kind of situation. So I really love that. First of all, it is long enough to act as a crop top and a bra in one. I seriously will opt to wear anything where I don't need to wear a bra. That's just my current situation. I'm just not someone who likes to wear bras. So if there are opportunities where a shirt is going to be a bra and a shirt in one, I am there, okay? Honestly, when I first saw it on people, I was just like, oh, it's alright, but now that I actually have it, I'm like, I love it. I like that the back is just plain. It's honestly just one of those nice bra tops that aren't too much, but it's, you know, it's a little something with the mesh and stuff like that, and it just pairs so nicely with the Vibe legging. Nothing bad to say about this one whatsoever. I personally love anything that's in that Vita fabric or the Newbury fabric, so it's really no surprise to me that I do love it as much as I do. Definitely great for this high impact activities just because of the material and the way that it's, you know, like a higher neck and everything like that. It has, you know, a really good elastic around the ribs here. So if you guys are looking for a high performance bra, this definitely would be one of those. Right. Well, I think it's safe to say that we have reached the end of this try-on review video. I appreciate you guys sticking it out all the way to the end with me. I hope it was helpful nonetheless. Again, if there's anything that I did not cover, please let me know and I would be happy to answer that question for you. Again, you can leave them down below in the comment section, or you can send me a message on Instagram and I will get to you either way. If you guys do want to support me directly, feel free to use my code GABS at checkout. This works on both the Canadian website and the US website, but I do get a little bit of commission from you guys using this code. You absolutely do not have to. Again, it is only if you guys want to support me in some sort of way. I know it's an extra step, so if you guys do choose to do so, I do appreciate it so much. For this launch specifically, for those who do use my code, I will be sending you guys a free mini ebook. It's a super small one, but it does give you some good information in regards to eating out and staying on track. It's a little guide that I made for my For You clients that I do want to share with you guys for supporting me. So if you guys do use my code, make sure to take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, or you can email it to me here and I will make sure to send you guys your copy of that ebook. This year I'm coming out with some other ebooks as well, so this is kind of like my way of teasing you guys of what's to come. But this is definitely just another way for me to thank you guys for, you know, taking that extra step and entering my code. You know, it supports me taking the time to do these videos and answering you guys' questions and all of that stuff. But you know, at the end of the day, I do this because I truly want to help you guys. I know how frustrating it can be shopping online, especially because that is what it is these days, is just shopping online. So I just want to make sure that you guys feel confident in your guys' purchase with Buffbunny collection. That is what I'm always wanting to do. And obviously I just gotta always let you guys know about all the cute stuff that you need to get your hands on, okay? So that is this video. I will see you guys in the next one, and happy shopping. Remember that the launch is this Saturday, January 25th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys need to make sure that you guys follow some of these tips here if you guys want to get your hands on every single piece that you want. I swear to you, these tips here are what has helped me in the past with any launched base situations. It has never failed me. But again, you do need to remember that, you know, these items are just hot items, especially this guy right here and this guy right here. So you guys need to be on it. Good luck to everyone shopping on Saturday, and I will see you guys in the next one. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.